story. We just did the story in New York, how Kathy Hochul is moving the threshold down. You're going to pay a pied-à-terre tax if you have a second home in New York, not if your house is worth $5 million. No. Your house is valued at $1 million. Then you're going to pay a pied-à-terre tax if you have a second home in New York. Do you agree with that?
Yes, because you know what I believe, Maria, that the economy in this country is unfair and lopsided. Too few people, including in my district, which is 20 trillion.
Pay 45% of the tax in New York. The top 1% pay the majority of taxes in this country. You know it, and I do.
Maria, let me say this, and you may agree with me. Look, you can't have a country where a few people in a few places control the majority of the nation's wealth. That's not a democracy, and it's not sustainable. In world history, you've seen revolution when that happens. In Silicon Valley, you have 19 billionaires who have 12% of the economy. So what I'm saying is, if America has been good to you, if America has been good to you, you can do good for America. You can pay a little bit of tax so people have health care, child care, a living wage.
And they do. I know plenty of billionaires. All they do is spend money. Hey, I know plenty of billionaires. All they do is spend money on health care.
Do you not believe that we have a wealth in
hospitals. They send money to education. They spend money on the arts. They send all their money, and they send all their money to all of these nonprofits. I know plenty of billionaires that do just that.
But they have an obligation to pay some tax so that we can have public goods and health care, child care, and education.
They pay the majority of it.
But they're not.
The rich pay the majority of the tax in this country.
Warren Buffett has said.
No, you're mixing up words. That's not true. He was talking about capital gains tax.
Let me just finish.
I know exactly what Warren Buffett said.
Why is capital gains?
Warren Buffett was talking about capital gains taxes. He was not talking about income taxes. I know exactly what Warren Buffett said.
But he's saying he pays less tax.
No, because he's not paying a salary.
Teachers
he's not getting a salary. He's not getting income.
And that's most of the billionaires.
All stock.
And that's most of the billionaires in this country. It's not fair.
You're mixing up taxes.
Right.
I know all about taxes. Don't try it. You're mixing up taxes. You got capital gains tax and you got income state tax.
Yeah, so would you agree that we shouldn't have, in this kind of wealth inequality in an AI world, which is capital biased, that we shouldn't have millionaires plus having less rates on capital gains than someone who's a teacher or a farmer or a machinist is paying on their W-2s?
I don't want to crush investment. I want people to encourage. I want people to feel encouraged to buy and invest into the markets and put it in their 401k. The way to create wealth overall long-term is to invest in the stock market. That's 100%, I believe that. The way to long-term wealth creation...
Yeah, but 50% of people don't do that.
They do it in their 401k plans. More people than you know are invested in equities.